So, Bone Spear, Masquerade of the Burning Carnival, is going to be hugely impactful as a Nephalem Rifting build next season because a lot of players are going to be starting Necromancer, and Necromancer gets the Masquerade of the Burning Carnival set in their Hatrix gift. So, very important next season, this build will be. I actually have gone the Crystallization rune, so the cold rune on Bone Spear here, just because I feel it provides the most synergy. It makes the most sense, even still, for Nephalem Rifts, especially when you combine the increased attack speed it provides with our 4th cube option. So instead of growing Raylenis here, I've gone Echoing Fury. I feel the Echoing Fury provides a quicker clear. Basically, you're able to attack quicker in combination with the increased movement speed that we have with this build. It just feels all the much more fluid. It feels like once you get a little bit more Paragon, you'll just be destroying rifts, right? And even when you're lower Paragon, this will perform very well. The increased attack speed giving you just huge amounts of output coming from our new item, the Gelmandor's Marrow Guards, which we're going to cube in this build, giving us a 6 times multiplier currently on the PTR. That's what it's allocated as. Going to be very huge. Other multipliers include the Maltorius, which is now a multiplier. I think it was changed 1 or 2 patches ago from being additive. Now it's a multiplier. And then here we have the Scythe of the Cycle. So it will be a little bit of a chore to keep this bonus up, but it is one of the better bonuses to have. The toughness that you get from Bone Armor here, also very welcome. The stun from Dislocation, staple with a lot of Necromancer builds. This one is no exception. Helps you if you happen to end up being closer to enemies. The stun here can help you proc that higher level of Charisma and just decimate anything that happens to end up nearby you. Don't worry though, if enemies are still at range, you can still have a chance to proc the Bone Prison stun for 3 seconds on them when your Bone Spears are hitting them. And this will proc quite often. It's especially helpful for when your spears are going off screen. They will still proc this bonus and enable that 2nd level of the Charisma bonus damage to just destroy the rift. Quite nice. A lot of synergy here with the Cold Rune, coming in with the Lost Time bonus. Your cold skills are reducing the movement speed of enemies. How this is working is that your spear is going to be the first one out. Your Simulacrum spears are going to be cast right behind it, a few frames behind it. And what happens is the first spear is going to hit an enemy, and since the slow is applied after the damage instance, your first spear won't deal as much damage, but that's okay because it's coming from your attack. And as you see on the 6-piece here, it says Simulacrums gain triple the set bonus, the 6-piece set bonus in damage. So most of our damage is coming from the Simulacrum spears anyway. So your first spear will come up from yourself, apply the slow from Lost Time. This will proc your trapped and your level 1 Charismans on any enemy that you're going to hit. Super neat interaction there, just helping to scale the damage so much more than if you were to choose a different runes, such as, you know, a lot of other content creators would choose Teeth for Nephalem Rifts. Some of them choose the Shatter rune because of the nice AoE, which are still decent options, but I kind of feel like the Crystallization rune offers a lot more here. Yeah, a lot of synergy here also with the Lost Time movement speed, giving you that 50% movement speed, going to be up quite often with the Cold Rune here. We also have the Cold Skeletons, the Freezing Grasp Skeletons, giving you even more utility here. And you're probably thinking, well, why wouldn't you include a curse? Curse gives so much. Well, in Nephalem Rifting, you don't really need the curse for the toughness here, especially since we are running the Gold Wrap, Boon of the Hoarder combo, Avarice Band, Boon of the Hoarder combo. You pretty much only have to worry about getting hit at the beginning of the Rift, which is why we still have Final Service. But the Freezing Grasp here, also very nice, because we are running the Voracious rune on Devour. You can freely spam Freezing Grasp once those stacks are up, and you're able to target the yellows sometimes. It's easy to just target the yellow, pop them really easy. But moreover, I actually quite like the command skeletons here because it functions as a mini homing pads. So at the end of the rift, a lot of times it's very hard with this build to area clear. It's a very small attack. So a lot of times you'll have enemy targets around you at the end of the rift. Having the command skeletons there as a buffer to like block projectiles and keep the enemies busy while you teleport out of the rift is just so beneficial, I feel, for Nephalem rifting. It's just once you try it, you'll love it, basically. Other movement speed increasing related things. We have Fueled by Death. We also have the Stewart's Greaves coming in big here with the Blood Rush rune. I mentioned the Devour Voracious earlier. Going to be kept up by the molting on your Blood Rush here as you go through the rift. Even if you don't have enemies nearby that you're killing, you're going to be able to keep this bonus. Keep Devour and Numlock is my recommendation here. Because of the extra resource cost reduction, you get up to 50% with this rune. You don't really need to place RCR in gear, which is quite nice. You can focus on cooldown and attack speed. Placing attack speed on your gloves, both rings, and the weapon, and then cooldown on the weapon, the source, sorry, too much wizard, the phylactery rather, and the shoulder piece, and the diamond in the helmet. You need that cooldown, of course, like I was mentioning earlier, Scythe of the Cycle, because you want to proc your bone armor, you want to keep it up, and because we're attacking so much with this build so quickly, your bone armor will go down quite often. That's why you want to shoot for at least 50%, near 50% cooldown, I would say. And yeah, just a super fun build. Might be a little bit difficult getting a Haunted Visions in the beginning of the season, because it is an amulet. There are a lot of amulets to find, but even with the not having the simulacrums, you should still be able to clear like T12, T13, that sort of thing, until you're able to get this amulet. So I think it'll still be a fairly smooth progression, even if you opt for this sort of start. And after that, you're just blasting speeds, right? Anyways, I hope you like my choice of Echoing Fury rather than going for a multiplier such as Raylina's. I feel as you push those paragons, get more augments, that sort of thing, the Echoing Fury just scales a little bit better, still lets you clear even still if you want to continue with this build. But still to come, I will be having some other LOD Necromancer Nephalem Rifting builds coming that I feel are even better. Maybe not early season. I kind of feel like this is the best build early season for Nephalem Rifting. But a little bit later, when you can gear out those LOD builds, they can actually surpass this build in clear speed for Nephalem. So very interesting. Stay tuned, and yeah, thank you.